Hey guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going over the 6 books I picked for my May TBR. I have honestly thoroughly enjoyed doing monthly TBRs recently because I feel like it's helping me keep on track a little bit more, and it's not making it so hard to pick books to read. So I've really been enjoying doing TBR videos for you guys. So we're going to be doing May TBR today. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list. And let's get into my May TBR. Okay, so I have 6 books to go over with you guys today. Basically, all of these are new releases except for one. April was a crazy month for new releases, and so I read multiple new releases in April, and now I'm carrying that over into May. So let's just jump right in. This first one is a continuation of a series I have been gradually trying to get through. That is Thrive by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the 5th or 6th book in the Addicted Calloway series. I can't exactly remember. I think maybe it's the 6th. Don't quote me on that. But this is the next one in Lily and Lo's point of view. The storyline or the timeline of this one takes place during Hot House Flower and Kiss the Sky. So this is kind of like going back in time, but just in Lily and Lo's point of views. I'm super excited to continue the series and just to see where the journey really takes these characters. I enjoy the series, but it's definitely not like an all-time favorite series for me. I like reading it. It's a good, just like little book to put in between other things. So it's kind of like a palate cleanser series for me personally. But I am really excited to read this one. Next, we have a new release. This is Happily Never After by Linn Painter. This is just a quick little romance. I thought this would be perfect just for needing like a small quick little read. It's literally less than 300 pages. So if I understand correctly, this one is about this woman who is getting married, and she hires a man to come and object her wedding so that she doesn't have to get married to him. And I guess when someone objects your wedding, you either can't get married that day or you can't get married at all. I don't really fully remember, and then eventually she ends up working with the guy who objected her wedding, and it's like their romance. I've heard very mixed things about this. This is a adult romance. Linn Painter is very well known for her YA books, but this one is an adult. So like I said, I've heard very mixed things about it, but I'm personally pretty excited to get into this one, so I put this one on the TBR for the month. Now we have one that was very high on so many people's release list for the year, and that is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I have actually never read anything by Elsie Silver before, so I felt like this would be a good place to start. I actually heard someone say that if you've never read Elsie Silver, this is a really good one to start off with because it just gives you like a little taste of all of what Elsie Silver is kind of about, like all her tropes and just her writing style. So I did put this one on my TBR. I believe this is single dad romance. I don't know a whole lot about it. Maybe best friend's sister or something like that. So I am excited to get into this one. It's definitely a little bit longer, but I do think it is on Kindle Unlimited, so that's probably where I will read it unless I'm loving it and I want to annotate it. So we have Wild Love. This next one is another one I've heard very controversial things about, and that is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I have been intrigued by this ever since it came out and ever since I got my hands on it. Originally, I wasn't going to pick this up, but then I started just to see some very interesting things about it, so of course I had to grab it. So this is an Omega verse romance, which is literally all I know about it, and I don't really want to know anything else about it because it seems like the kind of book where you want to know the least amount about it as possible. So this is Omega-verse, which kind of means it's like vampires and werewolves type of romance, kind of like Twilight-esque. Like I said, I really don't know much about it, but I am very intrigued. I've once again never read anything by Ali Hazelwood. It's kind of a reoccurring theme for me, is a lot of books that are super overhyped I have not read and or authors. So I'm intrigued by this one. I think it's going to be interesting, maybe a little bit like out of my comfort zone, but I'm kind of excited about that. So we have Bride by Allie Hazelwood. These next two I am literally so beyond excited about. So first we have Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. You do not understand the self-control it took for me to not read this already. I was trying really hard to actually get through my April TBR, and so I decided to hold off on this one. But now is the time, and I'm so beyond excited. I cannot wait to get into this. So this one is, I think the premise of this is that there are these two people, a guy and a girl, and the guy posts something on Reddit that says like, why does this always happen to me? And that thing that always happens to him is that anytime he dates a girl, right after they break up, she finds her one true love, the person she's going to marry. So this girl sees his like post, and she ends up commenting back to him, and they start exchanging things back and forth, because the exact same thing that happens to him constantly happens to her, where she dates a guy and then they break up and he finds his one true love. So their idea is that if they date each other, it can cancel each other's curse. I'm super intrigued by this. I've heard this is her most emotional book yet. I have only read Yours Truly by her. I have a few other of her books that I'm really excited to get into, but that one is so good. And I've just literally heard the most amazing things about this book. I don't think I've ever heard of a new release getting more 5 stars right off the bat than this one has gotten. So I'm so beyond excited. I'm going to read this so soon, because it sounds literally so good. So I'm literally so excited about this one, and I cannot wait to jump into this, and I just think it's going to be amazing. A lot of people said that they like cried and it's emotional, and Emily Henry has a blurb on the front. You can't argue with Hen. You can't argue with her. Okay, so this very next one is the one that I am the most excited about. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the entire year. We have Funny Story by Emily Henry. So I actually just got my copy yesterday. I've been waiting for my signed copy to come in the mail, and I think it's supposed to be here today, but I was thinking about it and I was like, ooh, I really don't want to annotate my signed copy. And my boyfriend was like, no, you're right. You need another copy of it. So we have her. The spine is so cute. It has little lemons on it. And this is the front. I am literally so excited to read this. You guys do not understand. I don't know a whole lot about this, but that's the way I like going into it. So if I understand correctly, the two main characters in this book both have significant others, and the girl, I believe, is supposed to be getting married to her fiance, and so her fiance throws a bachelor party and invites all his friends and his childhood best friend, which is a girl. And the girl, while at the bachelor party, ends up professing her love for her guy best friend, so the girl's fiance. And so he calls off the wedding, and he says that he's going to be with his childhood best friend instead. And so the girl who gets broken up with ends up going to the fiance's new girlfriend's boyfriend, because both of them were in relationships and they both broke them off so that they could be together. So the girl, which I think her name is Daphne, she ends up going to the guy's house, Miles. So Daphne goes to Miles's house and is like, hey, or maybe it's the other way around, he goes to her house. I don't really fully understand, obviously, I haven't read this yet. But one of them goes to see the other, and they're like, hey, so since both of us are now single and like getting kicked out, should we just live together? So it's like forced proximity. They are both trying to get through a very similar type of breakup, and they catch feelings or something. I don't know. I'm really excited though. I cannot wait to read this. I think it actually might be fake dating too, if I'm not mistaken. So I know that was the worst synopsis I could have possibly given. I probably could have just like actually read the synopsis for you, but I decided to try and figure it out on my own. So I literally cannot wait to get into this book. I think it's going to be literally amazing, and I'm so beyond excited to read this. This is definitely the book I'm going to start today. I cannot wait. Alright, let's do a quick recap on all of the books on my TBR. Thrive by Krista and Becca Ritchie, Happily Never After by Linn Painter, Wild Love by Elsie Silver, Bride by Allie Hazelwood, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and then last but not least, Funny Story by Emily Henry. So these are our 6 books for the month of May. May is actually a very, very crazy, hectic month for me, so that's why I picked a lesser number of books to put on the TBR, but nevertheless, I'm so beyond excited. I know I don't have any diversity. These are all romances, but I'm in my romance era right now. So this is what we picked, and I literally cannot wait to read all of these. I think it's going to be such an amazing reading month. I literally cannot wait. So without further ado, let me know what you are putting on your May TBR down in the comments. Let me know what your favorite book that you read in April was. And yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day wherever you are. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face, and check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list. I love you all to the moon and Saturn, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, besties!